Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Fine. Okay. So, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you so much. Yes. Online buddies. Yesterday it was a great interaction with you all. So, where is the zeal to learn today? Management, the second part of the chapter 9, where we are seeing the modern approaches of management, right? So, join soon. Yesterday we had seen that we had covered in one lecture Henry Fewell's which method, guys? Management, administrative management. Then how many principles were there? How many principles? 14 principles. And I'm happy that you were aware about these principles. You had learned something in your PUC. Then second, we had seen which one? Scientific management by F.W. Taylor. Yes. Then where how many principles were there? Four principle. Four principle. Then we had seen the modern management, modern approaches. There you had seen the MBO. MBO. What is that? MBO? Management by objective. Who is the thinker behind this? Peter Drucker. Okay. Now in the continuity, we are going to see the contingency approach. Yes. We will start. Okay. Contingency approach. So the contingency approach is what, guys? What is the meaning of contingent or contingency? What is that? What is that? What is contingency? Contingent liability you had not seen in your accounts. You had seen. What is that? Oh. Okay, the formality is still pending. Hello, this is CS Aarti Panigrahi, your mentor for the business law and management. And I am directly live from the Heritage. I am directly live from the Heritage City of Mysuru. Vanakkam, Namaskaram, Namaste, Namaskara. Yes, so what is the meaning of contingency? What is the meaning of contingent? Is the future event with uncertainty. What is that? Futuristic event. Do you know the futuristic event? Are you aware about it? No. Where is uncertainty is there? That is not certain. Okay. So you can understand, and contingency approach is what, guys? The contingency approach state that there is no single best way of managing an organization, where we had seen in the F.W. Taylor was telling about that what will be the one best way to define like the management. But it is not. The contingency approach is telling in future when the situation you are uncertain, it is not predictive how one method will work there. है ना? सोचने की बात है. Yes. So contingency approach is telling there is no single best way of managing an organization. The most suitable management style depends on what, guys? Specific situation, external environment, internal environment, task, employees, and organizational conditions. Are you getting? So, if you are only focusing on efficiency, you are only talking about that shop floor operations. If the organizational condition will not be good, whether it will be efficient, how you can manage that? Then there you are leaving the human thoughts and the societal factors you are neglecting. You are only focused on the efficiency. So what we have to see, the management should be as per the different specific situation, as per the environment and task and employees ability and organizational condition. Okay, so it emphasizes flexibility and adaptation according to the circumstances. How your management should be flexible and adaptive according to the future circumstances or situations. Are you getting the meaning first? Okay. What is the key idea? It depends upon the situation. You have to remember this contingency approach with the situations. or future events which is uncertain. Okay. So guys, different situations require different managerial action. It depends upon what situation, and different situations require different managerial action. I'm not getting my black. There is black. Okay. So guys, major contingency theories. Who had said about this contingency theory? Fedler's contingency theory. Okay, one more name you have to remember. Fedler's contingency theory. According to Fedler, leadership effectiveness depends on the match between leadership style and situational factors. We are talking here what, guys? First of all, what is the primary thing? Situation. Okay, now that situational things, who is going to handle? The leader. Now, which kind of leadership style the manager is adopting, that you have to see. Means different situation and different style of leadership or management. Okay, these two things we have to focus here. So, leadership effectiveness depend on the match between leadership style. The leadership style can be task oriented or relationship oriented. Means what? If any leader is just only focused to the task, so there should be a very structured manner, structured, where the task, they are focusing only on task. But if it is in the relationship oriented, then human relationship oriented, it is not only to performance of task. You have to see the other societal factor also. So leadership style can be task oriented or relationship oriented, and situational factor, that will be the specific situation. Now specific situations can be, the three situational factors are leader-member relations, task structure, and positions or power of the leader. These three things will cover under the situational factor. You have to take care these specific situation where the leader-member relationship and task structure and position power, that the leader is having how much the power to handle that situation, whether this is the task oriented situation or it is relationship oriented situation. Okay, so till now what you had seen, guys, Fedler is focusing about two things. What is that? First one, leadership style. Second one is the situation, specific situation fact. Okay, example, a task-oriented manager perform better in highly structured production environment. Say suppose a leader is what? A leader is what? Task-oriented. So they prefer the highly structured production environment than in a relationship-based customer service environment. The one who is, his style is the task-oriented, whether they will be fine in the relationship-oriented task, whether no, the one who knows that doing the task very well, that not necessarily they will be very good in managing the human relations also. Are you getting? So the one who will be perfect in the task oriented manager, he will work in the highly structured production. But when you will bring that manager in the human relation or relationship oriented task, there he will perform better or less? He will perform less, guys. Getting the concept? Are you getting? Yes. Okay. So this is the example. Like there we can see the leadership styling. If leadership styling is task oriented, it will be lesser in the relationship oriented. If somebody is best in the relationship oriented, they will lesser in the task oriented. Okay. Situational leadership theory is what, guys? This theory suggests that leaders should adapt their relationship style according to the maturity and readiness of the employees. Maturity and readiness is what, guys? How the leadership, situational leadership theory is telling you that leaders should adapt their leadership style according to maturity and readiness of the employee. Like which kind of skill employees are having, how they are showing the behavior, their attitude towards the work. Situational factor, situational theory is telling leaders should act according to the maturity and readiness of the employee. That person will be the best leader. Okay, leadership style. Now in this situation, what will be the style, guys? Either leader will tell, sell, participate, and delegate. So let's take this example. A new employee, so suppose a new employee is there. Can you delegate a task immediately to that employee? What you have to do? You have to tell them. Are you getting? Situational leadership theory is talking about the leader should act in a way where they have to understand the employee's maturity and readiness. Means employee's behavior, skill, their attitude, they have to understand. Now a new employee is there. The new employee is knowing nothing. So you have to delegate immediately a task, or you have to tell that person a task. You have to tell. So telling will be there. A new employee may require detailed instruction telling, while an experienced employee may be given complete responsibility, that is delegating. Are you getting? Means what? If somebody is experienced, there is a need of telling and training. No, you can delegate a work directly because that person is having the experience. Clear? Situational leadership theory clear? This is clear. Fedler's contingency theory is telling about that. Then the third is what? Path goal theory, guys. Path goal. Developed by Robert House. This theory states that leaders should help employees achieve goals by how they will help employee to achieve goal, guys. Clarifying objectives, removing obstacle, and providing support. Okay. The leader have to help employees to achieve goal. First of all, the leader have to tell what the goal they have to achieve. They should be proper communicated about the objective and the goal. Second is what? If while performing the task and while achieving that objective, they are getting any kind of problem, hurdle, difficulties. So what the leader have to do? Removing obstacles. Obstacles are what? Hindrances, problems, difficulties. So a leader will first of all tell the employees that these are your objectives. You have to, these are your targets. Then while performing, if employee is getting any kind of problem, then who will remove that obstacles? Leader will remove that obstacle. Then third one is what? Providing support to them. Okay? So simple it is here. Okay. So Robert House had told about the path goal theory. Then leader will fit their behavior towards the team needs. Leader have to check what the employee or team needs by how they will do this, how they will help them. So leadership styling, which kind of leadership styling? Direction, support, participative. They will take their suggestion in the decision making, and achievement orient. Okay. So the example you can take, guys, a sales manager. So suppose a new employee is there for sale. So the manager will what? The sales manager provides training and incentive to help employees to achieve sale targets. You have to first give the training how to do the sale. Then if they are achieving the targets, so you have to give the incentive or rewards to them. This is called your path goal theory. You have to give the objective. While achieving that objective, while achieving that target, if they are getting any kind of problem, you have to support them, and you have to remove their obstacle, and you have to give the support system. That is called the Nalin. Hello Nalin. We are continuing the 9th chapter. The remaining management styling we are covering here. Okay. So leadership style and the sales managers, this is sales manager training and incentive to help the employees achieve sales target, guys. Okay. So here we are covering, let's do the revisions simultaneously. Contingency approach we started, which is based on the situation and future. Then in that Fedler's contingency theory we are seeing, which is about two factors. What are the two factors? Leadership style and the situations. Okay. Then situation, you had seen situation, which kind of situation? Okay. Then we are seeing here situational leadership theory, where the leader should act according to the readiness and maturity of the employees. What is that? Skill, their ability, their behavior and attitude. Okay, like that you have to give the leadership. So if they are a new employee, you have to tell them. If there is experienced employee, you can delegate the work directly. Okay. Then path goal theory is what? Robert House. So leaders path goal in the path and goal theory means leader will tell the objective. First of all, they have to communicate the objective. Then while achieving that objective, if they are getting any kind of problem, so they have to remove that obstacle and they have to support them. Okay. Yes. So decision making theory is what, guys? This theory suggests that a manager should choose different decision making style depending on the situation. Again, on the situation, they have to make the decision. So types of decision making, which already in the management styling we had covered. Autocratic style is what? There will be one authority, autocratic style, the instruction and direction by the one command. In what situation it works? Autocratic. Which situation? Emergency, in the crisis. In the crisis, when you don't have time to discuss more, there will be one command is better than the taking the options and suggestions. Okay. Then consultative. What is that consultative? Manager work is very less in this consultative. You will take the consultation from the employees. Participative, you will ask the suggestion and you will ask you will make them free to give their suggestion, ideas and opinion. You will make them feel that they are also participating in the decision making. Okay, now so the choice depends on factors such as, now what will be the situations, guys? This is the styling. The styling is what? Types of decision making: autocratic styling, management styling, consultative and participative. The choice depend on which factor, guys? The situations. Situations, urgency, complexity and employee involvement. When employee involvement will be there, it means participation. Okay, participate. Characteristics of contingency approach. Situational perspective, no management principle is universally applicable. Now, we cannot, already also we had seen that one management style will not work in different situations. Okay, so no management principle is universally applicable. The approach depends upon the specific situation. Focus on the contextual factors, guys. Management decisions are influenced by the factors such as, now management decision will differ with the influence with these factors, where you have to keep in mind the organization size. Earlier we had discussed, if the size of the organization is small, which kind of management styling we, or centralized or decentralized. Had you seen that? Centralized means there you can say the autocratic also. Okay. Then technology. So it based on the management decision are influenced by the factors, technology, organizational culture. What comes under culture, guys? What comes under culture? Organizational culture. Yes. Online buddies, you can give the answer. Please write in the chat box. What is the organizational culture? Till now we have discussed many times. Yes. What is organizational culture? Huh? Bolo, bolo. Good relations, very good. Thinking the needs of the employee also. Okay, by keeping their needs and desire, their motivation, you have to take care of their motivation. Then you are setting a tone of which kind of organization, which should be stakeholder centric. It should not only shareholder centric. Okay, you have to keep in mind the society also. Stakeholders is covering a lot of things. Okay, what culture you are a corporate governance organization or not, you are doing all compliances or not. So you have to majorly keep in mind the stakeholder thing, not only the profit making should be the motive of that business. Are you getting? So organizational culture, it is a which kind of organization who are which is very prompt in complying the compliances and any kind of legal formalities. They are giving they are not taking work from the employees, even they are taking care of the needs of the employees also. Okay, for their benefits also they are thinking. Okay, so these all things are included in the organizational culture. Then what about environment, guys? The environment, if I am talking, it is internal and external both. Internal and external both. What will come under internal environment and external environment? Anybody can tell me? Internal and external. Yes, what will come under? Huh? Well, okay, okay. Resources, okay. Hmm? Okay, these all are covering resources only. Technology, HR, these all are what your resources. Yes. What will be there in external environment? Okay. By watching our internal environment, what you will get to know? What you will get to know by if you are looking at the internally, so what you will get, like what you will found there internally, your resources are there. Can you see there internally what is your strength and what are the weaknesses? You will get the strength and weaknesses, like how strong your organization is there or what weaknesses are there. So now why we are looking at these things, strength and weaknesses? Why what is the need? What is the need? Yes, if you will get to know the weakness, you will work on it. Okay, but for what you are looking? Your weaknesses, organizational goal to achieve. Okay, is there any impact of the external environment? What is that? What is that? Yes, yes. Uncertainty, to handle uncertainty. Okay, that is, I can say that threat, guys. Threat. Uncertainty is threat or not? Risk is not or not? Yes. What else you will get outside? Okay, you had talked about the threat. We wanted to achieve the goal of our organization. So whether this goal is having any impact of the external environment? Yes, yes, you can also write in the chat box. Yes. Bolo bhai. What you will get outside of your organization? Threat you are seeing, your weakness and strength you are seeing. From where you will bring opportunities, guys? From where you will explore the opportunity, inside your organization or outside? Outside, yes. So that is your opportunity and threat. USD, yes or no? Yes. So guys, the internal and external environments we have to see in our operation. Why? Because internally, if you are checking, that is your strength and weaknesses, you are checking to how much strong you are to explore the outside opportunities, and how weak you are where you have to face the risk or threat. So you have to modify that. You have to turn your weakness in the strength. So this is called the SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. Okay. So guys, here focus on the contextual factors, like the management decision are influenced by the factors such as organization size, technology, organizational culture, environment and goals. Okay. Goals are your objective. So flexibility, manager must be flexible and willing to modify their approach according to the changing circumstances. So we had seen already that it should be the flexible according to situation. The management style should flexible. It should be according to the maturity and readiness of the employee. Okay. Then individualized approach. Different employees have different needs, ability, motivation. Therefore, management practices should be tailored accordingly. Okay, tailored. So in contingency theory, we are seeing the leadership style and situation. So it should be flexible also, and individualized approach should be there, where you can see in employees what are their needs, ability, what can we motivate them. So the management practices should be not fixed or one style. It should be the tailored accordingly, means which kind of situation, which kind of employees you are having, you have to change your management style. Is it clear? Contingency. Yes. When our future is not certain, when the event what is coming on the way of your success, if you are not aware, then this theory is providing the management style that you have to be ready with the as per the skill of the employees and as per the situation, changing situation. Got it? Yes. What are the advantages? Practical and realistic. It is based on the practicality and realistic. Recognize that every situation is what? Different. Not each situation we are knowing already. No. So flexible, allows manager to adapt according to changing conditions. Better decision making, encourages managers to evaluate all relevant factors before taking the decision. When you are seeing these all factors, how many factors you are focusing to take the decision? The decisions are based on the organization size, technology, organizational culture, environment, and goals. Okay, now. So these are the advantages. Employee oriented, consider employee ability, motivation, and expectation. What are the limitations of contingency approach? Complex application. Now you are going to see each and every situation, how difficult it is to make that kind of decision. Each and everything you are keeping in mind. There is no one way. Okay. Now every time taking decision will be little complex, guys. Okay. So complex application, manager must analyze many factors before taking the decision. Okay. Now, no universal principle. It does not provide fixed rule for every situation. There is no fixed rule in contingency theory. So it is not providing for different situation one thing. Then difficult to identify best approach. Determine the most suitable action for every situation can be challenged. So looking, it is very good. According to every situation, you have to change your styling, but what is the limitation is, like, you have to put lot of effort before taking the decision. You have to check many factors. That is a complex work. Okay. And there is no one fixed rule, and it is most suitable action for the every situation can be challenging, guys. What is contingency theory? Yes. Now the last analysis, the last topic is most analysis. Most. Yes. So last one we are reaching. Mission, objective, strategy, and tactics. Mission, objective, strategy, and tactics. What is vision? You know. Now what is mission? Vision, you know that where you are today and where you have to reach tomorrow. That is your vision. What is mission then? Huh? To achieve your vision, what action plan you have to take, what you have to do, that is called the mission. While mission, when you are fixing your mission, then you will fix small objectives or long-term objectives. Okay. To achieve long-term objective or small objectives, you have to make some strategy. Now you are making the strategy, then you have to implement that strategy where? In the tactics. Tactics is called the operation. Most is finished. Most analysis is what? Mission, objective, strategy, and tactics. Okay? Yes? So most analysis is strategic planning tool used to evaluate an organization's plan that ensure that its activities are aligned with its long-term goals. The acronym MOST stands for mission, objective, strategy, and tactics. Okay? What is there? Mission, objective, strategy, and tactics. MOST. It helps an organization understand both what it wants to achieve and how it plans to achieve. Okay, so mission, this MOST is telling you what you want to achieve and how you will plan to achieve. You know that what you wanted to become a CS. That is your vision. What is your mission? How to become CS? Study daily 4 to 5 hours at this point of time. Are you studying? Are you performing your mission? Are you taking it seriously? Your mission? Yes, bolo? Nahi na? Very good. At least you are honest regarding that. Okay. What strategies you are having? Are you pursuing any kind of strategy to achieve your objective or goal? Yavaga ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? The muhurta nodbeku. Huh? Yes? We have to call Pandit to see the muhurat. When you will start for October, it's already July. Huh? Okay. Anyhow, the regular test can help you. Each and every chapter test can help you, guys. Okay. Yes. So, component of most analysis is what, guys? Mission. Mission defines the overall purpose and direction of the organization. Overall, what is the purpose of this organization and in what direction you will go? That is the mission. It explains why the organization exists, why we are here. The vision is this, but mission is what? Why we are doing. Now, say suppose you had taken the admission, you are not even studying, not even doing anything, not purchasing your books, not taking these classes. This is a free classes, live online buddies. If you are doing not that also, then nothing is in my hand regarding management. You can talk directly to God to make you pass. Yes? So, guys, if an organization is towards their purpose, then only we can see the existence of that. If in your behavior that is not there, you are not attending classes, not attending tests, then there is no mission you are pursuing. Are you getting? Yes. So, mission is why an organization exists and what it ultimately aims to accomplish. A well-defined mission provides a foundation for all strategic decision. When you will have mission, then only you will make the strategies. Okay, strategy, you know. What is the meaning of strategy? Plan. You will say plan. Strategy start before the plan also. For what we need strategy? For mission. For mission. Mission is your purpose. Before purpose, what should be there? What is the first point? Mission. Do you have mission to go and fight on the border? Do you have that mission? No. What is your vision then? What is your vision? To becoming CS. Very good. ये तो पता है, चलो अच्छी बात है. Vision is the becoming CS. Now what you have to do? Now what is the next step? Mission. What is the mission then? Mission is what, guys? Mission is नहीं, वो तो goal हो गया. Mission is what? Taking classes, taking tests, regularly studying. That is your mission. And you are not doing that. Are you doing that? Are you doing that? I am not able to hear you. Huh? Doing. Okay, good. So that is your mission. Now, while seeing your mission, while pursuing your mission, maybe you are not able to do it properly. Then what you have to make? Strategy. That you have to make the strategy, guys. That strategy, then you bring that strategy in the execution or operation. That is called the tactics. Okay? So it's defined, provides a foundation for all strategic decision and helps position the organization for long-term success. Objectives are what? What is mission? You got to know, right? Now, what are the objectives, guys? Objectives are the specific results that the organization seeks to achieve. They should SMART, meaning specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Okay? In one day short, ನನಗೆ CS EET, CS executive ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Is it achievable? It is unachievable, guys. Your goal should be achievable. Like how they used to say, you want moon and star, I will bring moon and star. Abbe, कौन बोला रे तुमको ये? If somebody is telling you and you are very happy by listening these things, right? Is it achievable? And why you guys listen these kind of dumb thing and you say to someone? Hemant is thinking, I also used to say like, is it achievable, guys? So you are what? You are intellectual people. If somebody is giving you this kind of trap, I'll bring stars and moons for you, moon and stars for you. Don't go in that kind of trap. ठीक है? समझ में आ गया ना अभी? Yes, very good. I told you, management, you will understand the personal life thing also. Okay. So your objective should be specific. Now you will tell, ma'am, out of 24 hours, I am going to study 28 hours. Is it achievable? No. 28 hours, ma'am, leave it. 8 hours we never study. है ना? So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic. It should be realistic, guys. And it should be time bound. If you are planning, okay, you are studying daily on 1 hour, 2 hours. Next October 27 is the target or October 26 is the target? 26 is the target. So you have to increase your study hours. Okay, fine. So objectives should be SMART. Then objective convert the broad mission into clear and measurable target. Say suppose you wanted to execute all the activities of achieving CS. So you have to set small objectives. It can be small objectives and long objectives. Are you getting? So what is the objective, guys? Objectives convert the broad mission into clear and measurable targets. Now strategy. Strategy refers to the long-term course of action. What is that? Strategy refers to the long-term course of action designed to achieve organizational objective. Now you are getting a vision, mission, then objective. To achieve that objective, you have to make the strategy. Okay. So long-term course of strategy is not a short-term thing. Strategy you have to make for, if you started CS course, means you have to make a strategy like I have to go. It's a long-term objective. Okay. So long-term course of action designed to achieve organizational objectives, it determines the direction and scope of the organization and provides a competitive advantage. Yesterday I told you competitive advantage. What is that? Competitive advantage is you are superior than your competitors. So you should have that unique qualities. If you are an organization, you should have that capabilities and resources, so that, and you should earn more than average profit. You should make the higher profit, so that you are having the competitive advantage in the industry where you are superior than your competitors. Okay, so that is called the competitive advantage. Okay, competitive advantage in a changing environment. Strategies outline the broad approach that will be followed to accomplish the objective. So it should be not short term, strategy will be long term to achieve your objectives. Okay, and what will come under you, it will give you a direction. The strategies are the blueprint, guys. These are the blueprint where you can, which direction you have to go, or any organization have to go, it covers under strategies. Okay, to accomplish the objectives. Now what is the meaning of tactics, guys? Tactics are the short term operational plan and actions. Okay, you made the strategy to achieve your objective. Then when you are making the strategy, you have to implement your strategy somewhere. Like every day you started studying 4 or 5 hours. Every day you are checking the question from the question banks, and whenever test is there, you are doing. That is called the operational things, and you are executing that thing. That is called the short-term operational plans and action used to implement the strategy. Are you getting? Yes. So short-term operational plan, short-term your goal, what you are doing on the daily basis to achieve CS. Okay, and action used to implement the strategy. They focus on the practical activities, projects, and day-to-day decisions that help turn strategic plans into realities. So tactics is what? Tactics means that you are implementing the strategy in the short-term operational plans. You are showing on the daily basis your day-to-day decisions. You are taking the small projects and you are doing the practical activities. That is called the tactics. Okay. So these 4 things are there. I think you understood completely. Yes, USD or not? Yes. So guys, mission, objectives should be SMART, and strategy and tactics. Got it? Yes. Then relationship among the companies. The elements of most analysis are interconnected. Mission, objective, strategy and tactics. Mission defines the purpose. Mission is what? Your purpose. Objective specify the target, means a small target you are achieving. Strategy determine which kind of approach it is, your direction. Which kind of approach you should keep while achieving your targets. And tactics provide the action plans. Okay. Thus, tactics support strategy. Tactics is supporting strategy. Strategies help achieve objective, and objective contribute to fulfillment of the mission or purpose. Got it? Yes. Purpose of most analysis is what, guys? Most analysis is used to analyze what the organization intend to achieve through its mission and objective. Okay. Most analysis is about what an organization intention to achieve through mission and objective. Okay, most analysis. Examine how the organization plan to achieve those goals. Okay, which kind of action plans they are taking through strategies and tactics. So your mission and objective is telling what is the intention of an organization, what is the purpose, and your strategy and tactics are telling which kind of action plans or which kind of blueprint of direction you should make to achieve your mission and objective. Okay. Evaluate whether all organizational activities are aligned with the overall direction and purpose. So all activities in an organization should align towards what? To achieve the direction and purpose of the organization. Okay. It acts as a statement of intent for the organization and is often prepared after strategic analysis. Okay, guys. So how you will prepare the statement of intention of the organization. When you will do the strategic analysis, you will check your weakness and strength. You will see the external environment by seeing the opportunity and threat. So it can also be used during the strategy formulation to identify strength and weakness within the organization. When you will make the strategy for your goal, there you will check what is my strength and what is my weakness. So you have to work on your weaknesses to make it in the strength. Okay. Benefits of most analysis. Most analysis offers several advantages, helps defines the organization mission and objective clearly, determines the strategy and tactics required to achieve organizational goals, and assisting in identifying strength, weakness, opportunity and threat faced by the organization. Mission and objectives, so you are getting. Then you are getting how to make the strategy and tactics. Then you will get to know what are your strength, weaknesses, what opportunities are there in the external environment, and what threats are there. Then it will improve communication of the organization purpose and direction. It will improve the communication in between every level of the people who are towards the achieving the goal of the organization. Okay. Then helps create business and transformation roadmaps. It will give you a roadmap to implement strategy, ensure alignment among managers, employees and stakeholders, all the people toward the goals of the organization. Alignment among manager, employee and stakeholders. Then prevents organization from getting distracted by day-to-day activities and key focus on the long-term goals, where your mission is deciding your long-term goal. Your strategies are deciding your long-term goals. Okay. So it is not only on the day-by-day basis. Now, today you are doing some operation and some problem came. What are the strategy there to handle that problem? Are you getting? So your strategy should be already ready. Day to day. Say suppose some issues came. Now that issue came and you are not. Now say suppose all the workers went on the strike. What are the strategies to handle? Do you have any kind of backup? Do you have any direction that time in the situation of urgency and crisis? What you will follow? So you should have that strategy and you should have a mission roadmap. One blueprint should be there. So it is not only day-to-day activities. Most analysis is telling your strength also, your weakness also. So you are aware about lot of things. On that basis, you will make the strategy. It will be very easy to achieve the objectives and goal of the organization. Okay. Then it is providing a clear framework for the strategic planning and decision making. This was all about this chapter. Yes. So from Henry Fayol, F.W. Taylor, Henry Fayol, which approach? Which approach, guys? Huh? Administrative. Then administrative management. Second, F.W. Taylor, scientific management. Then third one is what Peter Drucker had talked about, the modern management. That is what first one is management by objective. MBO you had seen. Then you had seen the contingency approach. Contingency. Who had said about that? Contingency. Yes. Contingency. Robert House. Are you sure? Huh? Robert House? Fedler's contingency approach. Yes. Fedler's contingency approach. Then in that you had seen many theories. And the last one is the most analysis. Most analysis and benefit we had seen, features we had seen. Okay. So this was about this chapter. Thank you so much for the patience listening. Thank you so much, guys.